pageant isn't exactly what you'd call four-star entertainment. In fact, Mrs. Armstrong breaking her leg was the only unexpected thing that ever happened to it. It was always the same old story, the same old carols, and the same Mary and Joseph. And that's what my mother was stuck with. That and Mrs. Armstrong.
Let me tell you again, Grace, how important it is to give everyone a chance. Here's what I do. I always start with Mary and tell them we must choose our Mary carefully because Mary was the mother of Jesus.
I know that, Helen.
Yes, and then I tell them about Joseph, and he was God's choice to be Jesus' father. That's how I explain that. Frankly, I don't spend much time on Joseph because it's always Elmer Hopkins, and he knows all about Mary and Joseph.
I thought Mrs. Longstone was in traction. How can she talk on the phone when she's in traction?
What do you think traction is?
Like when they put you asleep?
No such luck. Ben, we need the salt and pepper.
Yes, Dad.
Yes, and then I tell them about the wise men and the shepherds, and there are no small parts, only small actors.
You'll save some for the rest of us, won't you, Charlie?
I'm hungry. Leroy Herdman stole my lunch again.
How can you let him do that to you day after day?
How can I stop it? Where's the chicken?
Grace, where's the chicken?
It's still in the oven. I'll get it.
And you'll have to get someone to push the baby angels on. Otherwise, they'll get in each other's way and bend their wings. Bob could do that. And you can keep an eye on the shepherds, too. Oh, another thing about the angel choir, don't let them wear lipstick. They think because of the play, they can wear lipstick and it looks really bad. So you tell them there are no lipstick allowed in the...
Yes, I'm coming. Oh, for heaven's sake, it's you.
Lady, can you give me some supper? I haven't had a square meal in 3 days.
I'll sit down.
I'm very lonely at the table.
Well, I guess Helen's only at the hospital.
Not as long as the telephones are working.
I bet she told you about no small parts, only small actors.
And getting someone to shove the baby angels on and make the shepherd shut up.
Yes, she suggested your father.
Does that mean I have to go?
Oh, and Grace, don't just use anybody's baby for the baby Jesus. Get a quiet one. Better yet, get two if you can. Then if one turns out to be fussy, you can always switch.
My mother didn't pay much attention to Mrs. Armstrong. She said Mrs. Armstrong was just stuck in the hospital with nothing to do but think up problems. And there weren't going to be any problems. Of course, my mother didn't count on the Herdmans. That was Charlie's fault.
Hey, Leroy, you give me back my lunch.
Sure, kid, here.
You stole my dessert again.
How do you know?
Because it isn't here.
Well, what was it?
2 Twinkies.
Yep, that's what it was.
Hey, Leroy, you think you're so cool stealing my lunch every day? I don't care if you steal my lunch. I'll even give you my lunch. I get all the refreshments I want at Sunday school.
Oh, yeah? What kind of refreshments?
All kinds. Chocolate cake, and Twinkies, and candy bars, and ice cream. We get all the refreshments all we want.
You're a liar!
And Twix, and nuts, and
Who gives them to you?
the minister.
Why, is he crazy?
No, I think he's rich.
Sunday school, huh?
Well, that was the wrong thing to tell the Herdmans. And sure enough, the very next Sunday, there they were at Sunday school, just in time to hear about the Christmas pageant.
What's a pageant?
It's a play.
Like on TV?
Not really.
Then what's it about?
It's about Jesus.
Gee, everything around here is.
And about Mary. Mostly, it's